Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Today we have a lot of people. Of course, Amy. Hello, Amy. You're back from your
I'm
holiday.
back.
We'll talk about your holiday. We were just chatting about it just before. Dehydrated. Yes, every
I know.
holiday, right? And then, of course, we have Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Welcome back. We love you on the channel.
Thanks for
And
having
we
me.
have Lindsey from Lux Leather Revival. Lindsey is a newish YouTuber that just started. So I'm gonna just pass it around first. We'll do a quick introduction. You don't need to hear about us, me and Amy. No, you're so sick of us. Jessie, let's go with you first. If some of you don't know Jessie, please follow her on her channel.
Yeah, hi guys. My channel is called Jessie Style, and I love talking about bags. So if you like bags, you can watch my channel. Thank you for having me on the show.
Nice.
Yeah, we love you here. And Lindsey, how about you? Maybe a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Happy to share. So I have been watching all three of these lovely ladies for several years, and I finally have the time and commitment to do my own YouTube channel because I was laid off. AI is coming for our jobs. Maybe not everybody, but it was truly an AI layoff. So I'm a digital experience manager, so digital marketing, and the other people I was laid off with were writers and graphic designers. So it is the sign of the times, but I took that as a push to start my own business and my own YouTube channel. So behind me are a lot of bags, not even close to the full number of bags I have. I have hundreds. And now that big collection is mostly inventory. I'm sizing down to my forever collection, or what, and someone, I buy, sell, and swap all the time. So it's not really a forever, but there are for sure items that I will never part with, and they will go down to my stepdaughter when I pass. I'm in Southern California.
Awesome. Lindsey, I wanted to comment on your setup because I joined kind of like just before we went live, and I noticed that you're like professional looking, like you look like a professional streamer.
Hey, this is my third podcast.
Let me just say, because I was chatting with Lindsey before you started your channel, right? Because you shared me your unlisted video, which I was so honored. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting the first video of her on her channel. And when I watched the first video, please go and follow Lindsey on her channel. Everyone, do that. Yeah, please do. And then I was watching your first video, and I was like, wow, she's so professional. She speaks so well. You're so clear. It was just like so smooth, and I was like, wow, why is your video? I had to comment, you speak so well. And that's when you said, because of your background, you're digital marketer, so it's sort of part of what you do. I was like, girl, you should be on YouTube earlier, because we are all like
not very good at speaking. We just literally blurt out whatever we blurt out.
My background is partially a lot of meetings and leading clients through difficult and technical statements of work for search engine optimization, but also I did burlesque for 7 years, and 4 of those years was acting as well as dancing. And I haven't been able to say, so I haven't been able to say publicly, especially on the internet, that I did burlesque for 7 years because I was worried I wouldn't get another corporate job. But guess what? I don't want another corporate job.
Awesome. That's so good.
You should talk about it at the end, because that's like you just said, you know what? Goodbye, see you later. I'm gonna do my own thing, which everybody can probably say, but to do is wow.
And since I've left the corporate world, I've just been approached by other women out in public who have said, your aura just says, come talk to me, come say hi. You look like you're just on top of the world. And I'm like, I
am. I'm so glad that people are discovering you now.
You give me, you know what you give me? You give me personal coach vibes. Like if you were to, you do. You give me a vibe like somebody I want to talk to. I want to get like advice from you. So here's another idea, because that's how I feel when I talk to you. I feel like, wow, she really knows her stuff. That's the like you said, like that aura, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so today's topic, it's gonna be a real chat. So we would love if you have any questions for Jessie, Lindsey, Amy, and myself. I don't think you're gonna talk to us, but you talk to them. But yeah, questions about getting best deals, getting into vintage. That's where we are sort of having this conversation, because Amy and I don't want to say that we don't like it, but it's an area that it's almost like you're not sure how to approach it. It's, for me at least, like I always go to some of the stores and I just don't know if I'm getting a good deal. And then I end up, you know what? I'll just buy it from the store. And then there's a lot of things like, I don't know how to look. I don't know what I'm looking for. How do I verify? So we are sort of in-store buyers. Whereas Jessie and Lindsey, you know how to scour the world.
Every
time I watch Jessie, I watched your video and you came in from Tokyo or Japan. Was it Tokyo?
Yes.
Yeah. You brought back some deals and I was like, what?
I know. I really scoured the internet and Japan to find those things.
But it makes it so much sweeter.
Because I think where the times are today in terms of store pricing, it's either you just bite the bullet and pay for it, or
true.
just absolutely not buy anymore, or just buy once every 5-10 years, which is probably the right thing to do, because it's so crazy expensive. And that's why a lot of people are actually looking for best deals, vintage, secondhand, resale market. We've always said that it will boom, but I feel like it is booming.
There's a lot
it's
on
crazy.
there.
Crazy. So maybe I'll kick off the first question, then we can start from there. So Lindsey, you said that you're building your inventory, right, for restoration. So how do you start? Like, how do you know what to look for?
Yeah. And I know my channel name may make it sound like I'm only here for restoration, but it's just a small part of what I do. I love finding ones that are in really great condition. But what I start doing is oftentimes I will get inspired by something that I see on YouTube, someone else showing a bag that they either unboxed or sold or something, any kind of context. But if I see it and I go, oh, I need to find that, or I need to find out more about that, I'll take a screenshot from their video and I'll put it into Google Images and I'll be like, oh, okay, now I know. And I'll typically know which brand it is, but if I don't, that'll tell me. And I love to find out about new leathers and things. So whenever there's a bag I for sure know I want to hunt and go after, I want to know all the variations that possibly came out, which ones I like the most, and then I kind of narrow it down. And then I'm on, well, you can even use AI, but I'm on like eBay and Poshmark, and I try to stay away from Vestiaire. The Real, which has its own, so I can tell you the problems with each of these if you want to know.
We'll go into that. Yep.
Personally run into. But I'm 30 minutes away from Fashion Files headquarters, their original location in Carlsbad, California. So I go every Tuesday.
That is so tempting.
Yeah. And for anybody who is thinking maybe my channel might be worth checking out, I can tell you that I am huge into the feel of leather. And I know Jessie's real big into leathers too. And I don't know, call it a superpower, whatever you want, but I don't really have like hand oils and I don't really sweat in my hands. And so
Same.
I can bring softness to leather by just massaging it with my hands. Good leather, that is. So
what does that mean? What do you mean by so you like no oils?
Yeah, I don't sweat out of my hands. I have to put lotion on because they get so dry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've done leather
I run
reports.
cold, so I'm not super sweaty either, but
yeah,
a bit annoying actually. Sometimes I feel too cold.
But I am obsessed with the feel of really luxurious leather. and I've done 2 Chanel leather reports instead of weather reports. And the first one was on the Chanel 25, and I grabbed 4 different variations from Fashion File and touched them all and kind of, talked through how they felt and smelled. And then just last Tuesday, I went in, and this video just went up today, an updated Chanel leather report on the 2026 bags under Mathieu Blazy, and they are good. They have brought back good leather, and I'm so pleased. For those prices, they should be.
Yeah,
that's true. The prices are just but when you say they brought back good leather.
Yes, good suede.
They brought back good leather, meaning like Bottega leather.
It's close. It's close to Bottega leather.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it mostly the suede ones, or is it really all of them, even including the caviar? Which ones did you look at?
Yeah, so I looked at the maxi flap and suede, and the crushed, like the one that has the wires so you can bend it, in lambskin. And the calf skin and the suede that are on the maxi flap are very nice quality, very soft and supple. And then on the crushed one, that one also has calf skin on the interior, the red with the CC on the inner pocket. But the lambskin is beautiful, so love it. And then I checked out a little shopper bag.
I have to get my hands on some of the new Chanel bags. I haven't felt any yet.
I'm just curious.
I mean,
I love the 22. How would you? I'm sure you felt the 22 when it came out too. What do you think of the 22 so far? And they have revamped it. I feel they've gotten better.
I haven't tried a 22 in a couple of years. When they first started trickling into Fashion File, I tried them out, and they felt pretty nice.
Okay.
I'm sad that the interior is fabric, but that's just a me thing. That's personal preference. Give me leather interior.
I'm going to ask Jessie this. Jessie, you saying that you haven't seen any of the Mathieu, or at least this collection from in store, but wouldn't, I mean, like, because you're in what's the company that you're in Australia?
The Pacific, yes.
Yeah. I'm sure that you get some.
Can sign 25 bags, but I haven't seen any of the new shopping totes or anything. Like the 25 bag, it was like kind of before Mathieu Blazy, so I wouldn't put it in the same category. But those big maxi flaps and the east-west shopper bags, I haven't seen any of those in real life yet. So no one's consigned them. Because that's usually
you can get them brand new, and then somebody will just try to make a profit out. None yet.
Sometimes people buy it brand new and they just want to get rid of it, or make a profit on it. Exactly. Yeah. Or they bought it impulsively from their essay or whatever. It happens all the time. So they just regret it. They don't want to return it, and they just drop it. But yeah, I haven't had any of those bags yet. So I know there's a new maxi flap one. I've not even seen anyone wear that in real life. I see a lot of 25 bags, people wearing those because that's like the cute, or even 22 bags. I see a lot of those. And actually, I think that the 22, the quality is really varied. Sometimes I see one and the leather actually feels quite nice. And then sometimes I see them and the leather feels not good, to be honest. So I'm like, it's a bit inconsistent. So usually a lot of the black ones feel pretty good, but then I've seen some colored ones that feels a bit like not that impressive, like a bit doesn't smell like a good quality leather. So I don't know what that's about, but it's a bit it can be random, the quality with Chanel. But yeah, I mean it's very unpredictable, I think, with Chanel quality. Like with a lot of the newer bags, like I noticed myself after 2020 or so, the quality was becoming a bit crap, to be honest. So I was starting to get more into vintage bags because, well, when I started buying bags, I was into vintage because that was cheaper. So I got to kind of get to learn about vintage bags from that. And then eventually I started buying bags from the store new. But I did notice that some of the newer bags were lacking details, and even just the feel of the hardware and the feel of the leather was different. But the downside about vintage is that it can be kind of used and even sometimes a bit dirty, and like buying a new bag just feels a lot nicer usually. So that was a bit of a trade-off I thought like buying a new bag feels more luxurious because it's new. But yeah, over the years, I've realized that you can sometimes find some really nice vintage bags that are still in great condition, and it can be a lot cheaper than buying a new bag that sometimes the quality, I think, just does not, for me, it's not worth that price. So when they're giving that kind of quality of leather and the way it wears and all that. So I think it's a personal kind of journey with buying bags, like what you feel comfortable with and what you see value in. Because in the end of the day, like a vintage bag could be amazing quality, but if you don't like the idea of it or it's someone else's old bag, then it won't feel good to buy.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to comment on, you mentioned the 22 and like the black ones feeling more supple and then the colored ones not feeling as high quality. Sometimes. So one thing, and I want to do more research on this, but I've noticed that with lighter colored bags or really bright colored bags, I'll grab my Magnolia Mini Lindy. So when this arrived, the Real shipped it poorly, and I'll see if my camera can focus. But you see this light color right here?
Yeah.
That's the actual color of the leather underneath the Magnolia. So when it comes to bringing really bright colors or really pale colors, I'm not sure the exact process, but they have to remove the natural color of the hide. And that process can make the leather feel different, not as supple, not as flexible, or as squishy. So if there is a line of handbags that you love and you want the most soft, go for a dark brown or a black. That will be the softest.
That makes sense because it's like you're trying to strip, right? It's either
like
you
bleaching
put on
your
top,
hair.
That's a great way to say because it's like bleaching your hair because I can take because my hair is pure black right now. I don't color my hair anymore. I don't know. Somebody's been telling me I need to color my hair.
No, silver's great. This is my silver.
Apparently I'm not supposed to. Okay, so this is off topic, but feng shui says I cannot have black hair.
Why?
It's too harsh. I need to have lighter hair. So anyway, but I don't have to bleach it. So I need to have like my black hair. If you want it to be lighter, they've got to bleach this hair several times. It's not one time. It's to get it down to say, Lindsey, your color. I think I've got to sit at the salon for like 10 hours, 3 bleaches.
It kills it.
And
it will feel like dead hair.
Dead
hair when you bleach it.
And really,
then you can put the color on top.
Yeah. So and really skin cells and hair cells aren't so different, and leather is skin. So you got to process it in a way to get the color out.
Makes sense. I guess that's why
I'm going to be touching colored bags differently now. I never thought about it, right? Because I've got my black bag here, which is my Birkin, and then the black box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see, if do they make box in lighter
No, I actually think it makes sense what Lindsey was saying because I don't have a lot of colored bags. So I have mostly black bags, but I have a white,
you have white though.
Bag, right? I have a white bag and I have a red, although the caviar is a bit different because I think caviar has a thick coating. So I'll just comment on the Epsom, right? The white Epsom that I have, what's the color name again? Gris pâle. Yeah. I noticed, and I think I mentioned that even in my video, and I thought it was maybe the size, but it wasn't. I think because it's a light, very light color. They literally, if they have to remove the top layer, they would have to strip it down quite a bit. I noticed that it was a lot stiffer than all my other black bags from Hermes, right? But let's just compare Epsom to Epsom. It's literally my black Epsom. It's softened much easier, much faster, and now I just love it. Like, not to say that I don't love the white, but I always noticed that the white was always kind of stiff to open, to put it back, and it's good that it's stiff. It keeps its structure, but just the feel, the quality, like the tactile feel of both,
does it feel
more so different. It feels drier too. If I can say that, it feels drier. The white, the gris pâle feels just a lot drier. And I don't know also maybe that like, you know, we always say like, oh, maybe it's a different season of Epsom, but I feel like the white Epsom is so much thicker too. So I don't know if they maybe need to cut it a bit thicker to allow the stripping process to happen.
Possible.
Which makes it more harder and stiffer. So so there's all of that kind of comes into play. Yeah.
Yeah, the color definitely does affect the finish of the bag. That I'm really drawn to colored bags anyway, nonetheless.
Me too.
I think like with Hermes, they do color the bags in a way that it's very effective. The color is very saturated, and it's still like I noticed on Clement's leather it can still have a bit of a glossy kind of effect. Yeah, so I think that's what drew me to Hermes bags too, is the color saturation. I think I appreciated it quite a lot.
Can I comment something about colors? Oh, this is this is gorgeous, by the way, Lindsey. Because I just came back from Cancun, right?
Yes.
I was there for a whole week. It's a totally different climate. You're out, like you're not even out of the airport yet. You feel the humidity hit you. And it's like literally like you don't want to wear black because it's so sunny. It's the UV index in Cancun on like a regular day goes up to 10, 11, 12. Whereas in Vancouver, it's like 1, 2, maybe 3. You know, like our winters is like 0 or 1 UV index. So here, I always feel like wearing black or like dark gray because I want the sun to hit me so I get more warm because I'm always cold. Whereas in Cancun, all I care about is wearing white and I want like a splash of color. So I think climate has so much to do with what you see in your selection. I feel like if I lived where Kat lives or like you guys in California or in Australia, I would totally be like a colorful bag person as well. So
that's such an interesting topic.
I feel like that's so true because I didn't bring anything black to Cancun.
Smart.
What did you wear?
Except one dress that was black and white, but like the rest of my outfits were red, pink, white, beige. It was all light colors.
Light color, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now that you're saying about UV index, I was taking a look. What's the UV index now? Because it's raining here in Singapore. So it's all dark. It's 1. Which is like
1, right? So that's how it is here. It's, but it's like always 1 or 2, and in the summer it's like 4.
The sky is black.
5.
But I think every day it's 10 here, 10 to 12.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I just looked up average for San Diego, and it's 6 to 7 in the summer months, and between 3 and 6 in
winter. So it's a little bit higher than Vancouver. We're like literally the low average usually. Like in the winter, it's 1 at noon, you know, so it's crazy.
Do you think that influences the types of leathers you choose as well? Because like I find in Melbourne, because it actually rains a lot, I'm a bit like hesitant to use really delicate leathers like suede and box calf, even though I think they're really beautiful. And I do have some delicate bags. I just feel like I wear them less because of the rain. So probably 100%. If I was in a tropical climate, I would be wearing different bags as well, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, I live in San Diego, which is a coastal desert, so it doesn't rain here much. The humidity is usually pretty tolerable. But we went on vacation to Hawaii and Honolulu in January, and I brought a leather bag with me because that's what I wear at home. And I did not want to wear it in Hawaii because I was wearing tank tops and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get sunscreen and sweat on my leather. So I went to a store that resold luxury and lower level handbags. And I just bought one of those little, similar to Lululemon, but it was a different brand, but a little belt bag that's nylon. And I'm like, yes. Nylon is what I want in this humidity with all this sunscreen.
Yes.
Nylon is good for anything.
It made me really appreciate my home temperature and climate.
Totally. Okay, we have some questions coming on the chat, but before we jump into that, let's just talk about, before I forget, actually, you said, I mean, we can dive into it again, but you said earlier, Lindsey, that you would not buy from Real. No, wait. Did I get that right?
Vestiaire.
Oh, Vestiaire. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I can make it short or long. Popular. Do you want the short story or the long story?
Let's do a short one, and then if anybody's interested for us to, dig deeper, we can go into it.
Short story is, if you buy an item from a non-professional seller, so just an individual on Vestiaire, you can't return it. Even if it doesn't match the description when you get it, Vestiaire will side with the seller. So I ordered a little Chanel bag. Jesse, you remember like the little micro flap with the thick shoulder strap that you had and like this
yes, I
pinkish
saw
purple?
you have that too. I used to have that.
I have a dark
really
pink
weird
one
bag.
there and a black one here. And I was buying a silver one off of Vestiaire from an individual seller.
Wow,
and I couldn't tell from the photos, but when it arrived, it was sticky. The entire outside of the bag had been painted. There was a clear line of 2 different silvers on the underside of the flap right before it came into the inside of the body of the bag. So I sent photos and I contacted support right away, and they said, no, your bag isn't painted. It went through our inspection process. It's fine. And I said, no, it's definitely painted. And I had really close-up macro shots, very clear of the stitching with paint over them and that dividing line of 2 different silvers. And again, they said, nope, it's not painted, but fine, because I kept pressuring them to take it back. And they said, you can send it back in for reinspection. And I said, okay, you will definitely find that it's painted. It's obvious. It makes the sound. And I made a video for them where you could hear when you pulled your fingers off of it. Went, so sent it back. And they said, oh, yes, your bag is repainted, but that falls within our guidelines of very good condition.
Oh, seriously?
And I said, no, it does not. Once you paint leather, once you paint over leather, you are suffocating the pores. They can no longer accept conditioner. Eventually that leather will crack and die. And they said, oh, well, it's too bad. So they went ahead, and what their normal policy is if they've brought something back in to reinspect and they disagree with you as the buyer, they put it up for sale again on your account with the old photos, the old description from when you bought it. So I escalated further, and I finally got a higher up person who was like, oh yeah, this bag is painted and you shouldn't have had to deal with that. We'll put it up for sale on our account. And it took forever with all these discounts before it finally sold. And they didn't disclose that it was painted when they listed it for sale. They used the old photos and the old listing from the previous. By the way, I messaged the seller and said, hey, just out of curiosity, which silver paint was used on this so that if I need to do touch-ups in the future, I can use the same paint? Because I was like, I'm going to trick you into telling me, yes, it's painted. And she goes, oh, I don't know. It was repainted when I bought it. And then I hadn't even seen the message yet, that she sent that during the night. And when I woke up in the morning, she sent the reply and also blocked me from sending her any future communications. And I shared screenshots of that with Vestiaire, and they went, we don't see a problem with this. So I don't trust Vestiaire.
Oh my. That's bad.
But then somebody else bought it. Unless
So
that
very cheap
somebody
price, but
it's only when you buy from individual. So what is the other alternative?
Professional sellers on Vestiaire. I forget the exact marking near their profile, but it'll say like expert seller or something like that. And those returns are so easy. You just go, I don't like it. And they go, okay, send it back.
How did he become an expert seller? Just by selling a lot?
I don't know if you have to be like registered as a business.
Could be. Yeah.
Okay.
It could be like a consignment shop or something is also, I've noticed like websites that have like a store or whatever, they also sell through Vestiaire just for another kind of point to sell their items, another touch point.
Sounds a bit
a lot
like
of sellers also sell through eBay, that sort kind of thing.
Yeah, sounds a little bit like carousel.
Or did you have to wait till
you get your money back, sorry.
They did go ahead and refund me when they decided to list it for sale on their account.
Oh, okay.
And I got a full refund, but it
that's
was
not worth
weeks.
the trouble still.
No, I was losing sleep. It was weeks of fighting with them to try to get them to understand what I was saying. I'm like, you can't repaint an entire lambskin bag and expect it to last.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons, just one of the reasons why I'm kind of not into buying pre-loved. Yeah. Unless I can see and try on the item first.
So that's
So that's always been sort of like my like my fear. Like this would be like the worst case scenario. Like, I guess the worst case scenario is that you actually are stuck with the item and cannot refund it. But like it's still a lot of stress to go through to just get it right, right?
Yeah, totally. I'm just gonna pull one comment from Leanie Bat. I have a bad experience with Vestiaire where a belt was missing a loop. Okay. Vestiaire didn't help at all. Seller found it and mailed it to me after I contacted them. They said, VC said that it passed their inspection. That is just, what kind of inspection? Really?
And you have to pay for the inspection too. It's like $60.
And you can't not pay for it. They won't let you avoid the inspection fee. Also, I love the bearded dragon in the profile photo for, is it Leanie Bat?
Leanie Bat.
I'm a Leanie Bat. But yeah, it was a bearded dragon. I'm a big reptile person.
Here's a question from also Leanie Bat. Do you enjoy exotic leathers or furs?
I do, and because I buy them pre-loved and oftentimes vintage, I feel less guilt.
How about Jessie?
I have like one ostrich bag, but I don't have any fur bags.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
That's cool.
Beep.
Whoa.
It has a strap too, but that's in another room. It
was beautiful. Would you consider you have a buffalo?
I do.
Buffalo, right?
I'll show you. Okay. So I got get my bags. I actually got this bag on Vestiaire Collective recently.
Yes.
But it's like the strap, the loops are too loose, so it kind of falls off my shoulder. So I think I'm going to take it to Hermes to maybe get fixed. But it was ranked as very good condition, but it's good condition. But I wouldn't say it's like very good. I would think is like almost new. But yeah, anyway, it ended up being all right. But I got this Buffalo Dalmatian.
Yeah, I remember this bag of yours.
I picked this up in Japan, but this is something that I think will be quite hard to get in the store. Well, they don't make it anymore, but something like random like this, it's like pretty cool to find on the vintage market. If you can find something that is discontinued from a brand that you think could be iconic, like, for example, Louis Vuitton Murakami, or, if you do some research on certain collections that changed the history of fashion or really made a brand what it is today, I think those are the pieces that are worth collecting, particularly like some vintage Chanel bags from specific collections. So I think this leather, it's quite unique because I only made it for a certain amount of time. And I know if you get it in like a Birkin or Kelly, it's really expensive, but in something like a Bolide, it's a bit more affordable on the secondhand market. But even something like this can probably be worth something more in the future because it's just not easy to find. So that's what I kind of like that with collecting bags too, finding bags that are a bit harder to find. I get a bit of thrill of the chase. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. The way it's dyed, I think they've actually dyed it twice, and then the dye kind of went into the middle of the pore of the leather to create this speckled effect. And cool. It's really interesting because you can get all different types of this buffalo skipper leather in like pink and orange and red as well. But I think the black is pretty effective. And then I got this ostrich bolide too, this is called a bolide web. So it doesn't have any hardware, but this is a version of the bolide that they don't really do it anymore. But I just found it interesting, and the ostrich was a leather that I wanted to try. And it's very durable. So that's also something, if I wanted to buy ostrich from the boutique, it will cost a bomb, but secondhand, it's a bit more affordable. So that's why I also like vintage, because you can try things that you couldn't get in the store kind of thing. It's still expensive. Vintage is still expensive too.
This was only $275. Yeah.
See? So good.
And it's like Himalayan.
So amazing. So cool.
I was speaking to I was speaking to a sort of like acquaintance who knows the owner kind of like the family owner of the crocodile farm, the reptile farm in Singapore. So there is one here in Singapore. I think they're in Singapore, or maybe they have the farm in Johor. So it's a proper registered farm, and they actually supply the skin, including some of these Himalayan skins. Like, I don't know, he was explaining to me, I was kind of blanking out. I was like, what? There's a farm in Singapore? And they do supply it to a lot of leather craftsmen. And I think they used to, or maybe they still, to Hermes. And he was telling me because it was quite a while ago, he actually made a bag out of Himalayan. My friend, made a bag out of Himalayan, the crocodile skin, and the bag was under 10,000. Okay, under 10,000. Yeah. But because they passed that skin over to Hermes, it's 10 times that price or some crazy thing. But it's actually not. Yeah, I mean, he made a bag, right? A proper bag, not like a small piece. So actually, what you said, like $200-300, that is sort of like the price. It should be so. Yeah, it's not so crazy. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not 100,000, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. These brands, the markup is insane.
Yeah, this is an Hermes Bernice cup, and it's
cool.
Matte crocodile. Here, let me try this.
So nice.
Matte crocodile, not alligator.
No, this one's croc. Yeah, so crocodile scales are more rectangular and narrow,
and it doesn't have the
alligator's more square.
Right, one of them has the extra dot, the pore, and the other one doesn't. I remember which.
I wonder if the crocodile, the parasus, if that is the part of the crocodile where the male. Okay, so in crested geckos, so I breed crested geckos. With babies,
of course you
can't tell. Yeah, with babies you can't tell if they're male or female outwardly yet. They haven't dropped, But on their belly, in this one area right above their vent, which is where all the stuff leaves their body, and also where their genitals are. There, if it's a boy, there will be pores in a line across that. Right above the vent, and I wonder if the parasus is that part of a male crocodile, and it's like, males have pores there because they actually excrete, not to sound gross, but they excrete like pheromones type stuff to help with attracting the females, and that's what those pores are for.
Actually, on one of my CITES, I can't remember which one now. I have to look back at on my because I have, how many pieces do I have that has exotic? Definitely my lizard one, the Constant Slim, and then my
so pretty.
I have a couple of other croc.
You have like a Pegasus,
alligator.
Don't you have a Picotin touch?
Yes. So I remember on one of my certificates, it does say Singapore. I remember that cap. I was like, oh, Singapore. And then I was like, I just remembered that, like, random fact.
So it's really, so my friend wasn't bullshitting me. I was like, you crap.
I remember reading it. I'm like, oh, Singapore. And then,
so the farm is, I mean, the farm, I'm gonna find this farm. I'm gonna like, where's the cross?
Go video it for us.
I mean, we're thinking of it like leather and all, but they do breed, they breed them for the meat as well, right? Because it's really you can buy croc meat. I buy a little bit of croc meat for my doggy because he's a little.
You do?
Oh, that's cute.
Permits it.
Like,
I don't eat it, but my dog eats it because it's hypoallergenic or something like that. I don't know. It's like some
spoiled doggy.
What a doggy!
So spoiled.
I know.
I spoiled.
But anyway, and then the skin goes to the skin goes to the owners, and you pay like
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, way more valuable than the meat.
I would love to have a crocodile piece, but I don't have any yet, just to try it out. But I have heard it is on the delicate side, right? Like you can't get it wet and that kind of thing. But I don't know.
Unless it's black, because my picotin, which only has the handle, it's not crocodile though, it's alligator, so it's different. But I wear it in the rain, so mine is okay. I think if you get it in black, it's
It's
safer.
okay,
Yeah.
This is
because I've heard
vintage
the
Judith
shiny
Lieber
croc,
alligator.
it goes matte over time, and the matte croc goes shiny over time. So it just has a different effect.
Yeah.
But
Does
it's
it
so
go? Does it
cool.
do that? Lindsay's got one that she's showing. So is it delicate? I mean, to answer that.
I haven't gotten them wet just because of the research that I've done. So if it rains here, which is thankfully not often in San Diego, I will not take out one of my I won't even take a leather bag out. I've got some nylon
Yeah.
That's
bags.
true. That's true.
Best not to find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out.
Most
But
of
I
my
will
bags have
say-
got really wet because it always rains in Melbourne, and it's been all right. But yeah, even I have like a boxcar vintage bag, and I've got that wet, and it's been all right. But I think because it's so old, it's got like some sort of like patina on it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of, it's already broken in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some bags you gotta be careful. I could just
Yeah.
What Jessie was saying about the ostrich being really hardy, I took this bag with me to Vegas. A friend was picking up his special order Mini Kelly in ostrich, and I was like, well, in honor of that, I'll bring my ostrich bag.
Wow.
And at the airport, I spilled matcha from Starbucks right here, and I didn't notice it until we were through TSA. And it was as I was getting into TSA that I poured it out, and it got on there. So it had been on for like 30 minutes, and I saw it and I went, oh, and I ran to the bathroom with it, and I just did wet paper towels, and you would never know that I spilled green
Amazing.
matcha.
Mm.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
So
And
I
then,
can just crash this bag and it'll be indestructible.
and then when I went on that Hawaii vacation, I moved some bags to make sure that they were out of everybody's way who was house sitting and the dogs and all that stuff. And another bag that I had been conditioning a lot laid against this one, I guess. And there was a big oil stain, and it was right here. And I found a product on YouTube, like watching people do demonstrations. This was on shoes, but it's a spray that turns into a powder that then pulls oils out.
It absorbs it.
It took 3 times, but it's gone.
Oh,
There's no oil
amazing.
stain. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's good.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know.
You should talk about it on your channel and
I
link
will.
it.
Yeah, that's a good
I
story.
have so many things I want to talk about on my channel. It's crazy. I've got tons of content coming out of my ears. I just need time to film it all. I'm like, this is a
I
little
love
crap piece from
the-
Todd.
That
Oh,
is
that
so
is stunning.
cute.
I love that.
The passion. Can you give me the passion? The passion.
That's so nice. What brand is
Oh my
that?
god, that's so cute.
This is Todd's.
Oh
Todd's,
yeah, makes sense.
Cute.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
oval.
Yeah.
I have a
love it.
color that I love the most, and it is
Yeah, that's
Tosca.
gorgeous. Purple shiny croc.
Or
So nice.
You know, this is so last week. So Amy, you were not here last week, but last week I went to a YouTuber's house here in Singapore, Amelia.
oh, I saw
And
that.
while I was sitting in her house, and she was like, I was asking her, how many bags do you have? And she said, oh, I've never sold any bags. And she has like
awesome.
60, like a lot of bags. And while I was sitting there, I was like, this is so fun. This is so fun. It's like a adult woman's child's play. I was looking at all her bags and it just really, I don't know. It's so, what's the word? Like, fun is the, lack of a better word, fun, but it was so inspiring as well because it's not the regular collection. There was not about, the blacks and grays and all that, which her style was all about textures. She loves like suede and velvet and, anything other than the regular and just the colors. And I think she had some, which is like snake skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, here we are, and I'm watching another bunch of bags, and I'm like,
Like
need
little
bags.
treasure troves.
I need bags.
Yeah, I love that too. I love seeing people, and sometimes where I work, some people bring in like their whole collection, and they just decide to sell it. And I'm like, oh my god, why would you sell all these bags? Like you can see they've passionately collected them for so long, and sometimes people just they just want to let it go. And I'm like, I'm very inspired by people and like just their collecting and what they've done.
So Leanie Bat mentioned Kurung, so I wanted
Wow.
to get one of my Kurung pieces. This is also vintage Judith Lieber, and the opening mechanism is this butterfly, and
Oh, that's
you
cute.
tip it back, and then the frame opens.
Oh.
Oh my
And she's got the cute little
gosh.
handbag zipper pull. So everybody
that's
loves Judith
cute.
Lieber for her current, like, and she's not alive anymore, but the company's current minaudières that are all sparkly and encrusted with crystals. But I love her vintage exotics. They're just
Very
the best.
special.
Yeah.
And you find these on Fashion File or no?
No. So Fashion File won't do vintage. So these are all the Real or eBay or Poshmark for the most part.
That's cool. It's like an ombre lizard.
Yeah. So this one's lizard. I think it's a Savannah monitor lizard. And then this is sea turtle, which is not legal anymore.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know they make it.
Oh my God.
You know, there's okay. So Jessie, you are into hunting. Both of you are into hunting bags, right? So you know, there's one leather that if y'all can find it, apparently, it is it's illegal. Yeah, they did make it. They did make it back in the day.
Yes.
Back in the day.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Elephant leather.
Elephant.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Did you guys see
illegal?
there was a? Yeah, it's illegal.
I would. I would get actually. I think there is a guy on Instagram. I forgot his name now, but he does still make elephant skin bags. But he gets.
I know. And then he debunked that Kim Kardashian was wearing a Birkin bag.
I know. Like he sources it from like an elephant that is about to die, kind of thing. He will then
Zurich. He's in Zurich. He makes bags in Zurich.
Yeah, so I think there is a way you can still do it, but it has to be done the right way. You can't just go out and kill an elephant and then take its leather or its skin. You have to, like, if an elephant is about to die and they want to sell the leather to somebody, then they can use it. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Pete Knits.
Yeah, Peter Knits, that's right.
Yep.
His bags look so cool.
He goes, Kim Kardashian said it's not an elephant bag. It's just a prop bag. And he's like, grain for grain on the leather, I can tell you this is a bag that used to be in my hands. And it is elephants.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, of course.
Yeah, if someone gave me an elephant bag, I will like it. Yeah, but I think they cost a fortune. Like even second hands. Even actually, when I was in Japan, I did see an elephant bolide, and I think I saw, I could have seen an elephant Kelly as well. Obviously, the Kelly was a fortune, but even the bolide, I think I saw it in a more men's. They had a huge one, and I remember it was quite expensive just because it's so collectible. It's just
did you get to touch it by any chance?
I didn't touch it. No, I was too scared.
I don't blame you.
I don't want to ruin it, even though I've heard it's very durable. But yeah. Yeah, I would be. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. All animals, all leather is an animal, so it's sad in a way if you love animals, and I think it's sad if it's an elephant. It's sad if it's a cow. So in that sense, yeah. But I mean, I think it looks like the pattern on it is pretty cool. I would say it looks cool. Even like skins, like they used to do anteater leather. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's like loopy. It looks really interesting in some vintage Hermes bags. And they even used to do beluga whale, which I think beluga whale's a little ugly. Wow. It's like dots. Like it looks like...
Oh, yeah. A lot of pores.
Weird pores. Yeah, I think that you can find those only on the vintage market, though. And it's like very rare. I want to show you guys the anteater one. That one is really freaky. I made a video about it like a few years ago.
You were saying that you might not be able to find like in vintage like really good prices because you think like this leather would be hard. This obviously is not leather, but when you haven't watched,
can you see it?
That's so cool. I can.
Yeah, it's anteater. That's also discontinued.
anteater! Oh my god, like tapir.
Yeah, it's an anteater. Yeah. How weird is that?
That's so neat.
Yeah.
I've recently come across, and not in person, online, sadly, so I don't know how it feels, but shark leather handbag. And I was like, oh my God. It doesn't look too different from just black cowhide, but so I'm not sure if it feels much different. And then Rick Owens uses fish leather.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Or even eel, like those strips.
Yeah, I've got eel.
Interesting too.
That's just
It's hard to
wow.
imagine.
I mean,
Yeah, because I guess the ethical question here is like, how do you source it responsibly, right? So all these
Exactly.
very rare leathers that you guys are mentioning, like it's hard to imagine it because I'm like, I don't even know where you would, well, obviously I wouldn't,
eBay.
but okay. Yeah, where would you find it and where
eBay.
would you do it responsibly?
eBay.
Yeah.
eBay.
eBay.
No, that's not
eBay.
Not the skin. Sorry, I thought you were
EBay.
going down the road of finished goods that were pre-owned. But you were talking about the skin itself.
Yeah, but I guess that's why they have farms, right? Like
Mhm.
Hermes would only use certain farms and they have to all be responsibly sourced, and that makes sense. And Chanel decides to just completely cut it off and not do it and just keep with mostly
theory that the reason why many of the top level luxury houses don't do exotics anymore is because LVMH and Hermes own a lot of the best exotic tanneries, or at least get first pick. And so Chanel was, and this is all rumor, this is not, I don't know for sure, but the rumor is that Chanel wasn't able to access the same top level quality and they didn't want to put out an inferior product.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, if I am Hermes, obviously I need to own my downline.
Yes,
I don't want
downline.
I don't want to be like, you know, tied
beholden to a supplier.
Beholden to some other farm, then I can't get it. So I think that's what happened. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like you know, for Chanel, they own some obviously not leather, but they own some like
like ateliers like that make the like certain fabrics or
and then they own them, and they also own some areas where they make the flower for their perfumes.
Camellias,
so they own it. They own.
Yes.
It's like Nestle owning water. Nestle and Coke owning a lot of the water here in the US. Yeah.
Like spring
water. So they say, you know, if you want some of my ingredients, you're gonna pay my price. Yep. And they say about it, because I went to a perfume event for Chanel a few years ago, and they say, oh, this part of France, in this part of the world, and mountain or some hill, they own everything. They basically bought the family over and said, you continue just to grow these flowers for me. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. But did you see this is kind of not related, but did you see how like apparently Kering and LVMH's like value has gone down so much, and Coach has come up like almost to the same level as Kering Group? So
go Tapestry.
Like it's crazy. Even though some of these brands have so much control over their like what they own and everything, their sales are dropping lately. So I don't know.
They're out of touch with the consumer market.
Yeah.
They've raised their prices so high. They've pushed so many people out.
Yeah. Even for like, you know, like Amy and I don't know about Amy, but for me, I haven't gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both of us. Yeah, actually both of us, Amy. Like we buy from store, and that's what we're talking about. We buy, but honestly, in the past couple of years, we don't go in as much anymore. I haven't bought anything substantial from Chanel, and I think the last thing that I bought from them maybe a year and a half ago was a pair of sunglasses from fashion. I mean, makeup wise I still do, but fashion wise was a pair of sunglasses, and backtrack before that there was a bag, and then that's it. So little. Hermes, yes, because of the journey, but in the past year it's gone down. I think if they look at the profile, it's probably like bye, boom. Really dropped. I'm still buying, but it's nothing to the same extent because the prices of that whole, you know, the chase, it's so crazy. I can't chase, you know, the Bitcoin millionaires, and it's just too insane.
All the finance bros.
No way. And then
I mean, there is definitely still people spending those huge amounts of money, and they're really rich people, like Bitcoin rich and that sort of thing. They can just spend whatever, but so that's why they can make the prices that high, because it's for people who money is no object. But if money is an object, forget it. Like, it's just too expensive now compared to like 5 years ago, you know?
And with LVMH, because they're so big, they own so many things, I think the money spread really thin because I can't be buying from Bottega, Chanel, Bottega, Celine, Loewe. I think they own Loewe, and then LV. I just can't. It's because everything is now so expensive. I may just say, okay, I'm going to funnel my funds to one. I don't care who owns them. But LVMH at the top, they own all of them. So it's too expensive.
They just sold Marc Jacobs too, which is a bit sad.
Yeah, I read somewhere that they are now trying to
buy them back.
Cut it up. They just own too much.
They're cutting back a lot.
Yeah.
Even
selling some of these brands out.
Even Alexander McQueen has like shut like half their store locations. That sort of, well, that's Kering Group, but it's that a lot of brands are scaling back now because it's just the times. They're not growing there anymore for some reason. Well, it's because of probably the prices, but also maybe people are tired. I don't know. It probably comes in waves. So probably people with like the craze of luxury will come back again. But I think people are just, I don't know. Look, brands like Coach are coming up, so maybe they're buying more. That kind of thing, or Songmont or something like that.
So for us, we are the ones who are buying because we are the ones, the 30s, the 30s, the 40s, and then obviously the richer. But this group are the ones that's going to be like forking out the money to buy the more expensive things. But we are actually scaling back for whatever reasons. So the new group that is coming in to buy, right, which is the teens and the 20s. They're, what do you call them again? The Gen Alphas? No, the Gen Zs. Gen Zs. Yeah, I think they're the ones now coming into the market to buy. But they are actually the ones that are looking for vintage.
Yep. There you go.
They are the ones that are scouring
my market.
the good deals and the good deals, and what do you call them? Like they're hunting down all these
thrifting.
Thrifting, yes, thank you. Yes, they are thrifting. And Amy and I, we had this talk like, why would I want to thrift this skirt where I can go into my mom's closet and get it out for free?
I've been thrifting since I had my first job and the ability to drive myself to thrift stores. Like, this shirt is thrifted.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's such a big trend. I mean, for the life.
Yeah.
I don't thrift because I don't, again, it's also a part I don't really know. And I think in Asia, it's not so big of thrifting.
Culture thing,
culturally, right? And we don't have many of these stores, but it's growing now. Right now, I think there are so many now here in Singapore and even Malaysia. There's so many of these thrifting stores and resellers. One thing for bags, but thrifting like clothes and bags and household goods, and a lot of Gen Zs are loving it. So it's
become more accepted. I know when I started, like when I was in my early 20s, because I studied fashion, we were always going to secondhand store to find like certain fabrics or look at older styles and get inspired by that. So I was thrifting from pretty young. I mean, when I started working, I was like buying secondhand clothes all the time. Obviously, there is cons to buying secondhand clothes, like bed bugs and all those things like that.
What?
You gotta be careful because sometimes
It makes me itchy just saying bed bugs. Because
I wash those and
you gotta clean
do they
it.
die? Do they die if you wash and dry it in the dryer?
I don't know. Actually,
No?
you can potentially contaminate all your other clothes if you get it all
Oh
mixed up in
my
there.
goodness.
So you gotta be careful about that. But I mean, I've been okay personally with buying secondhand stuff. But if something smells like moth, like sometimes in the past I'll buy stuff on eBay, like
mothballs.
designer thing.
It smells like mothballs.
Yeah, and it smells like mothballs. I get it in the mail. I'm like, okay, I gotta chuck it in the bin. Like some smells. I'm like, okay, I cannot deal with this.
Yeah.
If it smells really bad, I can't wear it. So the smell, but if you're shopping in real life, at least you can smell it. But
I still thrift. I've thrifted my clothes my whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah. So okay. So sorry, we divert about it, but I mean,
Sorry.
like that's why people are actually, I mean, all these luxury brands. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the money is now not coming to them from the Gen Zs. Maybe they will buy, but then from us, we are also slowing down. So I think a worldwide kind of like thing, you'll see it in your books. You will, even if it's 1%, it's XXXX millions for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to that point, there are now malls. So it used to be normal retail malls, and this is in Europe, where it was an abandoned mall, and then they brought in a bunch of vendors who either repurpose things, clean them up, or just resell things as they are. Now people donate their items to the mall. The vendors come and check them out and take what works for them for their shop, and they fix them up or clean them up or repurpose and then sell that at the mall. And whatever the vendors don't utilize for their shops goes just really close by to a recycling place. So it's a new way it's like thrifting, but a little bigger scale.
Brilliant.
Bit of a safer way, because at least they clean it for you and it's all curated and it's presented in a way that's more sellable. Because like just going to the thrift store, you really have to hunt, and it's kind of you have to have an open mind about it, because it might just all look like junk on the shelf, but then once you really think, oh wait a sec, I see the potential in this, then you realize, oh, actually it's opened up a whole new world. And actually it's the same with vintage bags. Like a lot of designers look to vintage bags for inspiration, or they might even reissue something that you wouldn't even thought was that cool. But when you start looking at vintage bags, you're like, oh, actually that's quite a unique clasp, or that's quite an interesting leather, and can you just go down a whole rabbit hole.
Wow, Lindsey, you were thinking the same thing in my head, because I about 3, though I said I didn't go to the store, I did go to the store, but I didn't buy anything because I just went there for free coffee. And I have a really thick face with my store in Hermes.
Oh, you still have that one too. That one's cute.
Yeah,
it hasn't sold.
I went into the store and I spoke to my SA, and my SA was like, talking about, bags that Hermes was bringing back, and he asked me, I said, hey, do you still have your toolbox? I was like, yeah, I do. He said, oh, you better keep it. And I'm like, why? And they're bringing back a lot of bags. So I really think the toolbox will come back. And now the toolbox
I have a sheet.
But maybe he's like, what size do you have? I was like, oh, I have
20.
the 26. Oh, that's too big.
26.
You should have the small one. Go and buy the small one.
Before the prices go up.
I'm going to be looking out for the small toolbox.
I also have polish on, just like Jessie. We talked about this on Instagram.
They brought back the soap
eye candies. Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is actually from 2010. So it's not vintage. It's just
what's it called again?
It's called a polish-on bag, but it's actually based on a bag from the 1920s. So it's quite an old bag. I got these catalogs the other day, and they have.
I saw. Wow.
Bags. Yeah. Oh, cool. So these are really interesting because it has these are from like the early 2000s, and they show all the different stores in Japan that resold like Hermes bags, because like the pre-loved market for bags has been a thing in Japan for decades now, whereas in Australia it's really only been a thing for like the last maybe 10 years or so. But there's always been a vintage market in Japan. So it's interesting to see how that is kind of developing as well, like in the next few decades, how the vintage market or the secondhand market will kind of be a place where more people kind of shop as well. Yeah, but it's interesting because it kind of has all these like ads for like the old shops that they had. I don't even know if some of these shops exist, but it kind of shows like all the different like prices that they used to sell for and that kind of thing as well, and all these different styles. But anyways, they do have the polish-on bag in here, but it's like a different version of it. It's like a vintage version because like they reissued it in the 2010s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around the time of the toolboxes too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I need to get a toolbox now. Every time I'm looking at resellers, I'm looking for the size 20, but I want to get like a bright color because they're not expensive. They're like
Do you like Evercolor and a bag that almost has not been used at all? It's got everything. It's got the raincoat.
Are you selling that one?
I am selling that one, yeah.
Oh, how come?
I bought
Sell
the
it to me.
Tosca one and I don't need both.
Right. You got it in your
And I like it in
favorite
Swift.
color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that leather
Mine
thing that I
Evercolor,
love. I
so
like
this is my
smushy.
giant one. Look at
Nice.
how
So
yours
cute.
is and look how's mine.
Well,
like
look
this
when I take
color.
my organizer out.
Oh yeah. Mine doesn't have anything. Well,
No
not
organizer.
proper.
Swift.
I wonder if they'll make
Yeah.
a mini one. That would be so cute.
Dude,
Yeah, that's for
begging.
sure they're gonna do that. They've been
Yeah.
doing so many
The
mini
20.
size everything.
It
The
would be
20.
so
The 20 is
cute.
actually quite small.
Yeah, well, the
So,
20, it's like
It's still a
this
big
size.
bag.
I feel like they
That's
can
just
make
quite
like a
big.
14 or a 15 or something.
Maybe like
Yeah.
a little baby one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Totally.
would buy it. It's so cute.
I would buy it. I would totally buy that.
Because they did a mini Lindy, so maybe they should do mini toolbox, right? Like,
Yeah.
Please.
they're
They
making everything
totally
mini.
would, I feel. They totally
It's so
would.
cute. Yeah. Oh, ooh, Lindsey, you're selling
wanna-
yours.
I want to mention a couple of things that I'm seeing in the chat. So, Real
Yes.
Chuck D mentioned mycelium leather. So I went and looked it up. And earlier when you guys were talking, my face went,
Oh, yeah.
it's fungus.
Yeah,
Oh.
mushroom leather.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
fungus.
I think Hermes made
thanks.
a Victoria bag in that like quite a few years ago. Because I remember
Oh,
seeing
the
an
mushroom
article about
bag?
it.
Is that right? Is it part or is it not? No.
It is
maybe
mushroom,
not.
Yeah, I think they made it out of like a mushroom. And they released it in a Victoria bag a few years ago, and I made a video about it, but I don't know if they've done anything with that leather since. Because I have thought about that. I'm like, did they do anything else in the mycelium leather? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bottega is now starting to use
cool.
mycelium. Okay.
That could be interesting. That's a good vegan option, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'd love to feel it.
Because you can get like
I
rabbit
just-
leather.
Without feeling it, I'm just thinking, I feel like it will feel spongy. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I'm imagining that it will feel a little bit more
Like
it's got a
cork.
bit of like like cork, like it's got a bit of like a doop, doop feeling.
Yeah.
I'm wondering right now.
That's what my imagination
I'm
says.
very curious about it too. And I wonder how durable it is. If it's like gonna be long lasting. Or because it's more natural. I don't know. Because leather is quite like long lasting.
Here's something else I'd love to point out. So we know the dots of the ostrich, but I don't know if you guys know this. This is the leg skin of the ostrich.
Oh, that's so unique.
Wow.
So it's got these triangular scales, basically.
Oh,
So if you ever
wow.
see wallets or something,
So
you're like,
both
is
of
that
you
python?
collect all these gems, and they're all very rare vintage items. Do you use all of them? Like, do you rotate your collection? You're just collecting.
Oh, rotate, yes, but also I have a ton. So
Jesse's like,
I probably use a third of my collection.
So you do
And
just
that's-
use a portion of it, right, Jessie?
Yeah.
I try and use all of them. Like there is none that I have not used at all. Like I have used all my bags, but I think there are certain styles that I think like with every bag collection, there's certain styles that you just grab for because they're like no-brainer bags.
Yeah.
Like for example, I got my Birkin 25 like 2 years ago now. I realized that was the last bag I got from the store. Like a new bag I got from the store was 2 years ago, which was my Birkin. And I've not used that much at all, like maybe a few times. But to me, that was like, oh, such a special bag, like a collectible. So I wouldn't sell it because even though I don't use it that much, but there's some bags like that I think are just very special. And I look at them and I think, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And yeah, I just like to keep it. But yeah, there is definitely some bags that I use way more because it's more suitable for work or they're more durable. I feel less precious about it. Yeah.
I feel like just based on our conversation so far, I see both of you as more of rare gem collectors. Like I feel like you guys hunt. You're so good at hunting vintage and all these like special leathers. But then I'm like, I can't imagine you guys using all of these special pieces. Like how? And so that makes a lot of sense now. that you.
That's why I'm
you as a
starting my
collector.
business. To
Yeah, I
resell.
think, Lindsey, like if you were to like start, you mentioned, right, you're collecting your inventory, and then when you have a website and then you restore or you clean it up, it will just fly off the shelves, because I'll be like,
I hope so.
that's so unique.
Because like something like this was $150 on eBay, and it's got a strap made out of ostrich and a little wallet or card holder with the ostrich leg.
What?
Wow. So you do plan on making this like almost like as a
available
in the future? Oh,
yeah, it's kind of like, at least the way
like
I'm
a
seeing it,
project.
it's kind of like personal shopping.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
instead of someone telling me what they want, I'm still hunting for gems, and then I list them after I've cleaned them up and moisturized them, etc., for a slight profit, because I'm not looking to make it rich. Like, we're close to retirement. I'm pretty set financially. I would love to make more space in my house. Like what you see in the shelves, most of that is staying.
You should do you should do a mailing list. I'll sign up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. A mailing list. That's how you
so
can
when
Yeah, and then
goes
you
up
can
on
say,
the site.
what's new coming up, and everybody's like, do it like a, and we can talk about this live, the live stream, what do you get? Live sale.
Live selling.
So addictive.
Yeah.
It's like this, but it's a live sale. Everybody, because you got all the eyes looking at it at the same time, and people like, how much is it?
Like
How much is it?
Commentary and like, it'll be really fun.
And then the nice thing about video is you can see a lot more detail than photos.
Yeah.
But also have photos on the website. So yeah.
It's so exciting.
That way I can keep shopping.
Yeah.
It's all so that I can keep shopping and keep searching for the rare things.
Yeah, you buy it and you get the thrill of buying, and then you sell it, you make another profit. So it's like it's a double joy.
Yeah.
And then when the customer receives it and they love it, I get to feel some of their happiness
right.
too.
Yeah, that's nice.
In Singapore lately, they have so we were talking about people buying good deals, right? So best deals, good deals, vintage. That's a booming market here. But another booming market is also artisans, and like Etsy. People buy from Etsy. But one thing that a lot of I guess the Gen Zs and maybe those that are don't want to be in the corporate world, they leave and they become artisans. They build their own business, whether they make their own clothes. There's a big one for leather craft. So I follow a few that they make their own. They look at something, they try to make their own. They make their own. They take a turn on it, and that's another place where your spend, right? The wallet spend is going. I'm buying more artisan one-off pieces.
Yeah, that's special.
Especially made with love and care, than buying at the LVMH that is just mass produced. So it's I tell you, it's a hard business for the luxury world, because I feel like I want to spend my money where I know I'm actually contributing to somebody else has given love and care to the item. It's another booming place.
The bunny I just put on screen is made out of chev leather, and it's handmade off of Etsy for $40. And I've bought 3 of them because they go great on every bag. And I just keep trying more colors.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll put the link to the Etsy shop for the replay in the comments.
See, somebody's gonna buy your bag soon. Maybe start a Slack group in the newsletter. Faster updates. No, you just gotta follow. You gotta follow Lindsey's. Where it's a TikTok shop, and then she'll be like,
TikTok, I never got on. Maybe it's because I'm old.
Never
I was born in 1979.
No, never too old.
I think everyone's on TikTok, but it just I try to get into TikTok, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm wasting too much time, because I feel like I don't get much from it. And then next thing I know, it's an hour's gone past, and I'm like, what did I even do? That's the thing I don't like about TikTok.
Yeah, so for TikTok and TikTok and Instagram. So I was talking to also sort of like their own business, and they shared with me that between TikTok and Instagram, like people who are going to buy your things, the people that are buying things on TikTok, they're looking for good deals. They're looking for that, $2 bag, $2 shirt. It's because of the demographic, which is all the Gen Zs, right? So they're looking to thrift on TikTok. But if you're gonna sell bags, or you're gonna sell like jade, or you're gonna sell things, the money is in Instagram.
Oh,
the people who are on Instagram, because we are from the older crowd, right? That's where the actual the buyers come from, because I'm gonna watch Instagram. Am I on TikTok? No. And I think on Instagram I have actually bought on the live streams, those live IG streams, and they all usually come from more come from IG. TikTok, yes, they get the sales, but it's definitely the more quick, fast items. Maybe if you're an artisan, you're selling that $40 leather craft, maybe there. But if you're gonna sell a bag that's gonna worth XXX dollars, IG is a better place to be.
Wow.
YouTube, not so much, because YouTube maybe it's more for the education. So this was my Jade friend telling me that he was saying, IG is where the money is.
I'm surprised YouTube hasn't done more like of a selling live stream platform, like really lent into that, because they are YouTube, so there's like the video, right? So like I don't understand why too long. You reckon? Yeah. Because
maybe they'll come here to learn. Yeah, they'll come here to learn, and the live streams usually happen on 3 platforms. So when they do a live, they'll set up the IG, they'll set up the TikTok, they'll set up the YouTube shorts or whatever. But when the when the people start to say, I want to buy this, I claim this, it always comes from IG,
Instagram.
More.
I do feel like I've seen a lot recently about retailers and brands kind of ignoring the older generation. So people older than myself who are retired and have disposable income if they're not on a fixed income. And I almost wonder if Meta is missing the boat on promoting Facebook as a selling platform. I mean, there's Marketplace, but if you had live selling there, because that's where the grandmas are.
It is. Sorry, I forgot about Facebook as well. Yeah.
So my grandma, before she passed, she was a QVC addict. She bought so much stuff from QVC, mostly jewelry. And with all the granddaughters, like we got rings and stuff for Christmas. And there's a whole demographic with money to burn before they leave this earth. And nobody's really marketing to them.
Interesting.
But I feel like with that generation, so that's like my mom's generation, they're not always savvy with tech. Like for my parents,
they're on Facebook already.
I always have to show them where to hit on their phone, and they just remember the steps, not really knowing, like, once you update the OS, it's like different, and I have to ask you all over again. So I feel like there's that challenge probably for that generation.
True.
Not all of them are going to be, and also a lot of them do get scammed too. Like,
that is true.
Already, we are also vulnerable to that, because the scams are getting better and better, right? But at least we're just kind of like, we know, and it's sometimes when it's too good to be true, you kind of think that maybe it's a fake. But for them, it's even harder. They don't know what's real and what's not, right? I wonder if that's maybe the reason, because so my parents refuse to use
shop to set up.
Yeah, they don't do banking on their phone at all. Like, they don't, like, even though it's so easy, they always have to go to the teller. To do everything. Even if it's to pay a bill that I can do for them, I'm like, I could just pay for you. Like, literally, I'm like, I'll just go to my account, pay for you. No. I'll go to they're going to get the stamp. They want to count the money. It's like
boutique experience.
Yeah.
The experience. Yeah. So interesting. So Lindsey, when you set up your live sale, I was gonna watch that. Your live sale.
I could do that on YouTube for sure, and then have the actual listings on my website so people can check out there.
That's a smart
idea.
You
can also go live simultaneously on all the platforms.
That's true.
Might as well.
Multiple
it's
cameras.
Just that you might need someone to respond to. To them. That's
an admin.
Like an assistant.
Yeah.
My 13-year-old, she loves fashion and handbags.
So I I follow some, right, on a few. So another friend of mine does jewelry. Like she actually buys gold from IG lives, and the seller is actually in Taiwan. So they actually sell like gold jewelry. Of course, it's maybe the gram of the gold and then plus whatever workmanship. So again, like what you said, right? You're not making a huge. There's still a markup, of course, but it's not like 10 times, right? So a lot of them she buys like pieces, small pieces. Maybe it's if you buy it in store, it will cost maybe double the price, but she got it for half the price. It's still buying. But yeah,
interesting.
Gold bags. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Super competitive now. It's hard to keep up. Like, why go to the store when you can get it from these really cheap things instantly online?
Exactly. Yeah. And they send it to you and it's all packed, and the way they communicate also, it's so quick. They send you a payment link. It's so fast. Before you know it, your money's flowing out. You haven't even left your room.
Oh my God. That's too easy.
It's too easy. Yeah. And like Jessie, so you were saying that Purse Affair is looking into selling. It's really
they started
another
selling
space,
on eBay, which is really cool. So eBay Lives, I've noticed a lot of sellers selling through eBay Live. I was doing a few lives for Purse Affair as well through Instagram, which did get a bit of engagement, made a few sales. But I think eBay is more, maybe it's more niche, so that you're drawing a different kind of audience on eBay because it is literally for selling. So as opposed to Instagram, which is just everything. But it's I think it's a thing that eBay is probably trying to expand as well, that live function. I think as eBay is like, for me, it's like the original place where you go to buy secondhand stuff, right? So online. So of course you'd think for them to progress with the times, they need to do more live selling functions. I think. Yeah. And I imagine in the future there'll be more like AI features or whatever it is that's going to take over, that more streamlined way of selling as well. Who knows? I mean,
I love real
actually, especially with vintage or kind of older pieces, used pieces. I think having seen it on a live format is more, because you can't actually go to the store. It's like Japan. I'm flying to Japan, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that's where the attraction will be, because I don't buy on the Vestiaires or the Real because it's maybe like static pictures.
Yeah.
And like things like the feel, the touch, the smell, the wear and tear. I don't have a real person telling me these things, but in a live format, I can actually ask my questions. I say, does it smell?
Yeah.
Is there any cracks? Is it peeling? Is it repainted? And you have a human saying, no, it's not. I feel more reassured. The price is good. I'm more willing to take a dive into it.
Yeah.
And I think you can make it entertaining, like QVC style.
Yeah.
Like, I actually heard I got a video pop up the other day how QVC is like gone bankrupt now, but it's because this is so many, like, people don't watch TV anymore. But that was very successful for like, a few decades, I'm assuming. So you could take that same concept and chuck it on eBay or Instagram, like make a real like set, like, make it really glamorized and make it a whole show, of selling. So instead of just having pictures on a listing, which is a bit boring, and sorting through it and not being able to really see the images, like if it's like this whole performance, then I think a lot more, it's an easier way to sell, and it becomes more addictive to watch. And also now you can just buy it with a few clicks. It just makes it so easy to sell. So I think just learning how to adapt to selling, and I think more people who get onto that, there's a lot of money.
I think that for me, as a person who doesn't buy from the vintage side, I mean, I've only had, I think, 1 or 2 bags maybe. I think that would maybe, I don't know, I have to experience it myself, but I think that would make it more approachable for me. Like I'll be like, oh, okay, I can ask the questions that I have, right? Obviously, I still need to receive it, but having a person tell me during the live, without the competition around, right? I think I'll feel more reassured.
Yeah. And the angle that I'm still trying to figure out how to put into words that translate easily on a screen is I want to come up with like a rating system that is my personal subjective opinion of how soft a leather is. So for cow that's pebbled, like a 1 through 5 softness rating, and I will tell you what I feel. And I'm obsessed with soft leathers. So, and I'm only going to give you the honest thing because like I said, I want people to be so overjoyed when they open their package and see their bag. But I need to figure out a way to, I didn't go to school to be a leather expert. I just love touching soft leather. And so I feel like if you buy from me, then
and it's subjective
how soft I think it is, at least.
Can we tackle the subject of smell? Because I've always talked about this on all my videos in the past. I have always explained why I always buy brand new or near new, because smell, even though it can range from anything, right? It can range from like the vintage smell from like just old storage to perfume to smoke to all kinds of like, there's, if it's clothing, it's body odor, deodorant odor, all those things. And like, you know how, because so I don't buy vintage, but I've been buying a lot of pre-loved clothing at this like starting the past year. Like especially this year, I've been like nonstop buying pre-loved clothing, and I love it because for me, I can see how maybe the way I relate to you both is the hunt and like the joy of finding like gems, basically. So for me, that's sort of where I get it from ready to wear. But even though I go to the shop myself and I smell it, and usually there's still a remnants of like some perfume or like the previous owners, whatever they use or how their homes are, like I can still smell it. So I always have to wash it when I come home. But sometimes I do buy it online from a website and I ask the person, I'm like, oh, can you is it fragrance free? Is it like, is there any smell, whatever? And they'll all say like, oh no, perfect condition, da, 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 da. And then of course I get it and it's reeked of, for me, it's reeked of perfume and I have to deep clean it. So like everyone's so subjective. How do we tackle the smell problem?
You can't. I mean, with shopping pre-loved, there's always a risk. But there's also a risk with buying new from a store. It doesn't work out or something was bad quality. So there's a risk with everything. But I'll say, there is more of a risk element when shopping secondhand. But that I think that also adds to the thrill because it's like the anticipation of what it's going to be when you get it. So
how do you get rid of it? Maybe how do you get rid of the smell? So Jessie, at your side, like not like Lindsey who is reviving the bags. But yours is sort of like, you take a bag in. I'm sure at Perth Affair you do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of polishing. How do you
can get deodorizing spray? Like sometimes you can. This is like a deodorizing spray. If it's really bad, you can use that and just let it kind of absorb the smell. You can do that, but leaving it kind of like in a ventilated space open, obviously, sometimes that will just help quite a lot. But there is definitely some bags that you just can't get rid of the smell. I don't know what you have to do. Like even if you use the deodorizing spray, if it's something like, and usually we won't accept bags that
if they're smelly.
So you just have to accept it, the fact that there will be some sort of smell, right? Either perfume or whatever it is. That
being said, some new Louis Vuitton bags have a weird smell. I will say some newer Louis Vuitton bags, like the glue, has gone this weird, funky smell. And it smells worse than like a vintage bag. Some of these Louis Vuitton bags, I'm like, what happened here? So even some new bags smell sometimes, but a bag, I mean, to be luxurious, it should smell nice, or smell like nothing. Or smell like leather, I think. So, I think, when I'm personally shopping secondhand, if it has a very strong odor, it will completely put me off. But yeah, like most people.
So this is an activated charcoal packet.
Yeah,
it's for removing. Oh, okay. So they're okay. They help in addition to airing them out in a ventilated space. You have to put them out in the sun to activate them. So you can keep reusing them just in between, put them out in the sun and flip them. There's also UV lights that create like this ozone smell and will somewhat get rid of, it's to get rid of bacteria, but can also reduce smells. But you don't want to put it directly on leather because it's UV and it will damage the leather.
Yeah. I actually had a Fendi spy bag once. It was in denim and it smelled so much like the I got it on eBay and it smelled so much like the previous owner's perfume. Like it wasn't like a bad smell, but it smelled like just not like my bag, right? Like it smelled like another person. So I was putting in all these like bicarb soda in like the in a paper towel to like absorb the smell. I did that a few times and then I ventilated it outside and I was trying everything, but it never fully got rid of the smell. So sometimes I think it needs a really long time to like just ventilate. Eventually it will like slowly go away, but sometimes it's very, very difficult to get out. Some perfume smells, they just penetrate into it. Yeah.
That's what I originally got.
You know what's my superpower?
It just stinks. Yeah.
What's your superpower?
I have a bad sense of smell, so I can't smell anything.
Oh, I'm like the opposite of you. I smell literally everything, and I get headaches so easily.
I bet if I pass this back to Amy would like, oh my god, it smells.
I would literally I would literally have a migraine the whole day. I think that's my I guess in a way like that's why I cannot tolerate pre-love so much because like I think I described that in one of my videos. There was one beautiful jacket that's pre-loved and it's from the Paris Shanghai collection and it's like so beautiful. It has like a Chinese collar. It's like silk tweed. Nice. It has like brown, black, and red. It's so beautiful. But I deep cleaned that jacket the hell out of it, and it was still reeked of the previous owner's very, very strong perfume. Obviously, it is an older jacket too. So like literally, I think the fibers had like soaked up the whatever perfume that's been put on it. And, the oils. And so like I had to get rid of that jacket because I even just to have it in my closet, I could smell it. So I'm like, oh my god, I cannot. So like for me,
I think it's part of the
Sorry?
I think because the bag I had too was a denim. So I think the fabric absorbs it more than the leather. Right. Leather, I think it just like aerates. But I've also bought a secondhand jumper once. It was like a really nice knit. And oh my god, it smells so bad when I got it in the mail. I was like, this is terrible. I washed it so many times. I aired it out on the clothesline. Yeah. Still, it just stunk. I'm like, I gotta chuck this in the bin. Like,
I know. So
I could not deal with it. Like, it was a beautiful jumper, but I'm like, no, I cannot put this on my body. Like, it just smells so bad.
Yeah, so I think
the worst smell that I've run into with the handbag is one that smelled like old vitamins, like chewable vitamins.
Oh,
that's really nasty.
Like this awful tangy smell, and I could not get rid of it, so I just donated it. I was like, oh,
like yogurt. I don't even know how that smells. How does that tangy vitamins? I don't even know how that is.
I can imagine it. It smells like
grew up on
like the medicine, like a sour.
It's
I'm gonna
sour.
Put this comment from Lux asking you, where do you get those charcoal packs?
Amazon for the win.
Amazon.
Or same with the UV
Lindsey's
light.
Upcoming website.
And the same with the UV light that helps create that ozone and get rid of bacteria and some smells. Although California doesn't allow those things to be shipped here, so I had to have a friend ship it to her house and then ship it to me.
Wow.
California is really strict on health-related stuff.
Yeah.
And exotic leathers, like python. I can't ship python here. Right. I'll show you a bag I had to ship to a friend and then she shipped to me.
That's true. When it comes to exotics, it can be hard to shop because of the sites.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
does not have
yeah.
sights. It's a mini peekaboo from Fendi. You would think maybe it's the osteoderm. So this is the back of a crocodile as opposed to a belly, which is what the other
wow.
The
croc
scales are
leathers
huge.
are. Yeah, they are. They stick off.
It's
But
like
it's
a
not
paw.
Yeah, it's not. So it's not the croc that is the reason why it couldn't be shipped to California. It's that the entire body of the bag is python
Oh,
yeah.
with
Wow,
splatter
that's
paint on top.
so unique.
wow.
Wow.
So yeah,
Cool.
I like
Wait,
weird
that's
stuff.
Fendi. Okay,
It is
I'm gonna
Fendi,
go
yep.
up. There's a question here from Lena asking about Fendi. So this is obviously
Oh.
Lini's asking about, what do you think of Fendi's leather? You are showing a vintage bag. So unlike your slogan, I am loyal to the brand. It's not talked
Fendi's a
about
good
much,
one.
but the difference between Italian and French house leathers could be interesting.
I agree. And specifically the tanneries that supply them, I would be very interested in, because there's another YouTuber and she was talking about Parisian tanneries, and I mentioned Vintage Coach. And Vintage Coach, it was about the chromium tanning and veg tanning and stuff like that. And I was talking to her about Vintage Coach, and she goes, well, I don't actually know where Vintage Coach tannery, what leather place they got their supplies from. And so I had to look it up, and it was from the US in, the 60s through like early 2000s. And then they started like Turkey, Costa Rica, etc. But yeah, she was like, I can only speak to Parisian tanneries. I don't know of Italian or other countries' tanneries. And I'm like, oh, maybe there is a difference. It'd be so interesting to dig into.
Never thought about that.
I think with Fendi, the leather is similar to like any other LVMH brand. It's kind of random. Like sometimes it'll feel really amazing, and then sometimes it can be questionable. So I think it's just, depends.
That's a good. I've never actually thought about like Fendi leather, sort of. It's not a leather that is. When you talk Hermes, you say, oh, the leather, right? And then with LV, maybe the canvas. And then Chanel is random, but usually it's always, oh, the leather's not so good, but the design is great. I kind of feel like Fendi for me is sort of that. Like, I'm more focused on the design rather than the leather, the style.
Yeah.
Well, when I think of Fendi, I think of like fur, I guess. So if you're going to go to Fendi, you probably get something like a bit more like exotic or fur or something like that. Something a bit, or sequins or embroidery, like something very over the top, because that's what they're known for, I think. Whereas not other brands don't necessarily do all those kinds of designs. Like you can get like embroidered bags at Hermes, but very rare, right? Where Fendi, you can get like something with beautiful beading and sequins, and that's kind of what they're known for. So I'll probably go for that over just a plain leather like calfskin bag. I'll go for something more like a showstopper piece from Fendi. Yeah.
But
what
I will
leather
say, this is
cute.
lambskin. Yeah. This is the small mama and the new reedition one. I sourced it from Japan for much cheaper.
Amazing. I like the bag charm too.
Oh, thanks.
So cute.
And the edge coating matches the green. I don't know if it's showing well on screen, but I was like, oh my gosh. And then there's
it's making me hungry. I want chocolate mint ice cream now.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, actually, I never thought about Fendi leather. I mean, Amy, you had some Fendi bags, right? You had like the one with the scallops and all that. Do you remember? Was leather your first?
I thought the leather was really good, actually, because I was actually using my Fendi bags back then. So I had the peekaboo, I had the like the scallop one, which I forget the name now. Can I? I had the bucket. I think those were the three. And then eventually I bought like the coat for the Fendi peekaboo. I can't remember what they're called now. Like the coat, like the one that
the raincoat.
Yeah, the
raincoat.
The Defender.
Thing. Yeah.
The Defender, that's right.
Oh
so
my
I had
gosh,
those.
that's like, that feels vintage right now, the Defender.
I almost forgot the names now, but I was using those bags. Like those were my daily bags at the time when I had those bags.
Yeah.
And they were very durable. Like I didn't have to baby them. Even the white Can-I bag, the one with the scallop, it was cream white color. I didn't baby. I used that one less because it was heavier and it was slightly more clunky than the other two. But I never thought that it was not durable. I never thought there was any problems. I don't think I ever described any problems with my bags, actually. So yeah, the leather was really good. The leather was very reasonable.
I do love when they do like galusha. It's really cool. Like the stingray leather. It's like got this beautiful shine. You can get that at Bulgari as well, but Fendi does it quite often.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of like because I think in the past few years, Fendi has been doing a lot of, just like you said, sequins, beads, and styling. But I'm sort of remembering right now before that, they had a lot of leather focus, right? Like the Celeria bag, the
actually, they're quite nice.
Yeah, the Celeria leather, and which they say, you know, the stitching it's handmade and all. Obviously all handmade, but like that one is even more. You know, they focus on the big stitches.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's really not nice. They don't really push the leather very much, right? They don't really talk about it. But maybe in the past, it was more popular to talk about their leathers. Now I just feel it's all sequins and beads and colors.
I think there's a bit of a focus on the baguette, particularly from the last runway show. It was all kind of celebrating the baguette and all the different variations with all the different colors and patterns. So that tends to be more of a focus on, I guess, sewing and adding things to the bag than just the overall quality of the leather.
Yeah, Lindsay's got a whole inventory of bags.
Yes, I know. We have to see the whole collection. It's like eye candy.
So make sure you follow Lindsay. What is that?
This is from Etro, and they call it a doctor bag. And it is really soft calf skin, and it fits my laptop.
Kind of like that kind of
but with a zipper instead.
You know the bag that Coach is really popular right now, the Kiss Lock.
Yeah, Kiss Lock. What? It's like that silhouette.
I'll get you an original Kiss Lock from the 1960s that Bonnie Cashin made. One sec.
Ooh. What? Have you guys tried the Coach Kiss Lock bag before? Like,
no, I haven't.
Not yet.
I
tried the 27 on the other day. I actually really liked it. It's about $1,000 in Australia. So it's still expensive. That's quite cute.
Aaron is sharing. I have a few Fendi peekaboos and all in softer leather. I feel they are great in quality.
Yeah, they were always really reliable. I never had any problems with the leather. That was not the problem.
Here's a Fendi. That was just in the way. Yeah. And then here's a tiny runway Kiss Lock from Coach.
Oh my goodness, so cute.
It has two separate compartments. Not that you can put anything in there, but it's all leather.
Wow.
I can put my hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
So this is a Bonnie Cashin bag, and it's in really good shape for being white leather. And then we've got
it's got that stripe.
I love that little pop of striped colors. It's so nice.
Yeah, so Bonnie was in Mexico and in a market, and she found textiles like this, so she started using them for her bags. And then, so it's got two train locks, and then a Kiss Lock on the top.
I like the design.
Wow. That's so cute. I buy that.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Coach that I love. The vintage Coach. I love the turn locks.
So it's got the little Coach metal. Stop focusing on that.
Yeah, Coach is smart for leaning into these like vintage designs too, because they're classic and they're unique, and I think they're kind of quite timeless. So, and I like how they're focusing on the quality of the leather too.
That's so cute. Okay, before we jump into the next question from the real Chuck. So there is one brand that is also very popular right now with, I guess because it's the if you know, you know, the roll.
Oh, yes.
Row by the Olsen. Is it by the Olsen twins?
It
Mhm.
is.
Yeah,
The
very
row?
Mm-hmm.
They own it or something, right? So
They
they
design.
go out to say, they have the best leathers. I've never touched. I don't know. So I'm just going to
They're
ask, have
incredible.
you seen some of them? Like the Margot is apparently the really popular one. Then they have, Amelia from last week, she showed me her north-south some bag,
Yes,
which
yeah.
felt a
Park
bit like
tote?
Togo. Yeah, not north-south bag.
Yeah, was it a park tote with a single strap and it's kind of bucket?
Yeah. It had a single strap. It's like
Yeah.
a little bucket style.
Yeah.
So maybe Jessie, have you seen any of these? Have you
Yes.
like?
Actually, one of my friends has a few row bags, so I had the opportunity to touch them, and they are super soft leather, very luxurious. And it felt like quite nice quality. However, when I went to Japan, not last time, the time before, I had the opportunity to go to the rose store in Roppongi Hills. They had the new rose store, so I went in there, and I will say, although the leather was gorgeous, they do get scratched. Some of the bags were quite scratched up, even not just being on the display, because it is such soft leather. So that is one of the things that I think with the row, you have to be open to the leather changing as you wear it. It's sagging, you're getting scratched, and it's not for somebody who wants like a perfect bag, like a Epsom Kelly Cellier that's like very perfect in scratch resistant. It's very like a lived in kind of look.
Yeah.
So
that was
open to the leather changing. And I don't know, sometimes for me, I actually like it when a bag looks perfect for a long time. So that might irritate me actually, some of the how delicate some of the leathers are. But that's just what I've touched. I also tried the Row Margot in like suede, and the suede was the softest suede I felt. So I would say when you feel the leather, you're like, wow, that feels really high quality. And that's just, I've only come across maybe 5 or so bags, like in what I've experienced. I haven't owned a row bag, so I can't say from me using it, but I know Lindsey has a few. So but that's just what I've noticed. Like on the internet, you look at it, you're like, oh, it's nothing that special. But when you feel it, you're like, oh, it does feel like quite nice quality. And it is, very easy to wear too. They're very plain designs. They're very practical. So I find they will be very versatile as well. But yeah, they do fly under the radar for sure. It's not for somebody who wants like a bag that, you can tell it's like Chanel, or you can tell it's Louis Vuitton. Like it's very low key.
Without all the stuff on it. This is a newer design. It's called the Terrace Balletto. And with me, with all these handbags that I have, I will typically carry 2 to 3 handbags a day. I'll just switch in and out of stuff.
Wow.
I can't get myself to move out of this. I've been in it for 3 weeks. There have been like, I'm going to the gym, I would throw my stuff in my other bag, but it's so easy. Like it just opens wide. It holds everything, including, let me grab my novel again, paperback book. Let me just get my sunglasses case out of the way and then put it back in again. My paperback book is in there.
Keeps its shape and everything, this style too.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Was this bought new or?
It was. Yeah. This was one I saw on a YouTuber's channel called Mary's Closet and or Mary's Room, sorry, not closet. And she was showing the website and she's like, look at the new styles that have dropped. And my jaw dropped when I saw this. And I have an unboxing video of this, and I can't contain myself in the video. And it's also my the row collection. But I adore this bag so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I recommended it to Jessie. I'm like, if you like the bolide, I think you would love this.
Yeah, I know. It's really, really nice bag.
Yeah.
But actually, Mary's Room is a good channel to go to learn about. She talks about the row, and yeah, I follow her channel too. So yeah, because the row is a brand I don't really follow it as much myself, but I do occasionally go on the website, check out all the styles, and it does have that allure as well because it's not as accessible. I guess they don't have many store locations. Although you can buy it on like My Teresa I've seen, and I think Net-a-Porter, maybe they used to be. But there are some bags like the Romargo. I think they tried to make more limited, so you can't buy it as easily. So yeah, I mean, a lot of their bags do sell out and are quite popular as well. So I think it is. Yeah, there is a desire to buy bags that are really nice quality, a bit more low key, easy to wear to work and your everyday life. Where I think that's what people are going for lately, bags that they can actually wear in their lives. Some of these like really cute Chanel bags and Fendi bags, they're beautiful to look at and even to just collect and have on your shelf, but sometimes they're not very appropriate for just going to work or even just going to lunch or something sometimes.
My mini peekaboo that I showed, I've carried it twice in the 2 or 3 years that I've owned it. Peekaboo's just not a shape for me that works.
Yeah, interesting. Because before we jump into Real Chuck's question, like, so do you see the row at your store, like the Purse Affair? Do you see people consigning it, or it's actually one of those bags that hard to consign?
Well, in Melbourne, I don't see many people wearing row bags. It's only my friend because she's also into bags. So I think if you're like into bags, you might collect the row. But if you're not really, it's not very mainstream, particularly in Melbourne. I don't really see it at all. I see a lot of dupes. Like I see so many people wearing a Margot dupe, for example, from TK Maxx or whatever, which is fine. But I will see a lot of dupes, but I seldomly see, unless you're into bags or like you're very into fashion, I will not see many people wearing the row. And we don't I don't know if we would sell the row because our customer probably wouldn't even know about it, to be honest. Like it's very niche in Australia, but I think online, especially if you're into bags, you'll see it a lot more. But yeah, it's I think it's got that appeal as well because it's very if you know kind of thing.
Yeah, so, like Loro Piana before it blew up on the mainstream. Nobody knows, and if you know, I'm wearing a Loro Piana white shirt.
Yeah, but I did notice in Japan a few consignment stores had row bags, which I found interesting because the last few years I didn't notice that. So there is more of a market for it for sure. Wow.
It is. This is the Loro Piana Seiza. In a mini size. So it's top handle only. It doesn't have D-rings for any straps. And then it comes with a little pouch inside. And the inside,
so it's really, if you know.
Suede.
Yeah.
So that's the only branding on this one is the little crest.
Oh, that's cool.
I actually like the crest. I
got on this part of YouTube the other day where people were reselling Chrome Hearts bags and like Chrome Hearts clothing. And some of those pieces are so expensive. I couldn't even believe it. Like some of those Chrome Hearts bags are just like insane. And because I don't know about, like, I know Chrome Hearts is a brand that's been around since like, I don't know, the 80s or something. But when you really tap into a niche, something can be worth like a crazy amount. So there's like a community who collects Chrome Hearts. And some of these bags go for even more than like an Hermes bag, for example. So if there's a market for something, if there's a niche for something, then and if you tap into that niche, you can it can be worth a lot. As long as
price
there's like
to value on Chrome Hearts is just not there.
Yeah,
it's so silly, right? But I actually had a few people so we have Carousel here. Maybe it's a bit like eBay, not as big as eBay, but yeah, like eBay, you can sell on it. I had a few people actually, because I was, putting some of my things on sale there. Some people message me and say, do you have any Chrome Hearts to let go? And I was like, why? Why? And maybe because the people that buy Chrome Hearts would be those that would buy Chanel and Hermes because it's a different level of maybe the pricing. So I got a few comments like that, questions. I was like, no, I don't have Chrome Hearts, but apparently it's the if you know kind of brand.
Yeah, it is. And I did not know, but some of those jeans are like resale value $20,000. Like, I'm like, what the hell? I was shocked. Like
the resale value.
I was watching this guy like flipping
insane.
Chrome Hearts. I was like, what the hell? Like, I thought that Hermes was expensive.
So Chrome Hearts very much plays the limited stock game. even harder than Hermes does. They don't even put stuff on display that you can't buy like Hermes does. There's just nothing in the store if they don't have it for sale. And I went into a chrome heart store in Las Vegas, and I was talking to my friend who collects chrome hearts. He's got a couple of rings and things. And I was like, wow, this is weird. Why is everything like a chain to put on your wallet and on your belt loop like $19,000? And I'm like, what?
Exactly.
And it's silver. It's just silver.
You're just stealing silver.
But it's recognizable as chrome hearts to anybody who knows chrome hearts, and that's where the value is. That is a communication accessory.
Let me pull this. There was a comment earlier. Okay, this one, Rocha. Some brands are people with the kind of wealth to just wear a few times. Yeah, so maybe like chrome hearts is like this, if it's for that community where you like, ooh, chrome hearts. I don't know.
It is.
Oh, you got a nano bag, Kat.
What's that?
The nano bag on your hand. I noticed it.
Oh, yeah. I'm swinging it. Sorry, from my bag. I was like, oh, there's where my duck bag is. These are so good. Okay,
handy.
sidetrack. These are the best. I got my first one from Joe, but these are the best recycling bags that you'll ever need. Oh yes. In your tiny bag, you need a tiny bag like that because you need to double bag. They're so good.
I use this when I'm out to dinner to put my handbag inside of.
Yes.
Oh, smart.
I don't think I need to show mine. Mine is just pure black.
Okay. You got a nano bag too? I can't live without it. I cannot. I have two sizes. I've got a smaller one for my smaller bags. That's so cute.
Ducks.
The yellow is quite vibrant.
Oh,
Sleeping.
And then look.
Yep.
Squeeze
Squeeze
it in.
If they could make these waterproof,
I fold mine so neatly. Maybe I should show it.
I showed mine.
I was like, I'm so OCD about folding it because like I was showing Clara how I fold mine. Like, see how neat it is folded. Like I literally put it in a strip and I fold it in a square. I cannot just like I cannot. I'm like OCD about that. I don't like wrinkly things. Even for this,
it's just a recycling bag, girl.
No, girl. I like see that's the thing. Like the difference between like I need everything. Like I like this. It's out because I need to steam it. Like I need to make sure like all the creases are gone. I cannot. Like I'm just my things need to be neat before they go back to storage.
Yeah.
But if they were able, I found it inside my bag. I was like, when I took it, I was like, oh, there you are. And I've been swinging it.
If they could make these waterproof, they would be the most perfect handbag accessory.
Oh yeah.
Because like I've put my handbag inside one of these, and in a public toilet stall where there was no longer a hook, I tied the handles of this tote to a structural beam of the stall, and then it was clean and my bag was fully encased.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good.
I also tie it to restaurant chairs so that people can't just take it when they're walking past.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. If you're into bags, you need I want to say chrome bag. You need a nano bag. They're so good. And they have different sizes. This is like the 19 liter standard, but they have smaller ones.
Yep. For my mini bags, I use a smaller one.
I was like, hey, I need to properly fold them.
I don't know. I like my things to be like just neat and before they go back to storage. Like if I use the bag really well and I want to clean it, they don't go back to storage until I leave it out, clean it so I can see it, so I can remember to clean it and do that. So like right now I have a bunch of things to iron because coming back from Cancun, everything chucked in the laundry and everything. So now I have a bunch of things to like steam and take
This is
care
giving-
before they go back to their hangers. Like the Chanel piece have to go back to the Chanel hangers, and they have to be all in.
Despicable
Like,
cat.
Why are you
Why
torturing
are
her?
you- I mean, I bet this is giving you OCD.
No, I
This
cannot
is
do that.
disgusting.
No. Like, I just like sometimes I lend it. Like I'll show you all my bags. They're all folded. Like, see, all these are all my reusable. Net like this. I
Oh,
always have to
perfect.
fold it back into a neat like everything. Because this, I sometimes because I use this the most, and like sometimes my husband would use it, and then he would give it back to me all like, and then I'm like, no, I don't want the extra creases. It has to go back to these creases so that I remember how to. Well, although I
Perfect.
know how to do it anyway. And then
That's so funny.
this is super easy. This is just like square.
Ooh,
You just put
very
it back.
compact.
into-
Pretty colors.
Yeah. And then I have the same one of this which is Hello Kitty, but yeah, these are my always like they
I feel bad now. My poor
one or the
nano
other will
bag.
get chucked inside my bag. This one good for the mini Kelly because it's small.
Teeny tiny. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I
This
have
one
that one.
I use
Okay.
the most because it holds a lot. And
Wow.
it's
We
really
hit
good
our
on
2
the
hour.
shoulder.
Okay, well, hang on for a little bit because we got still a few questions. The real Chuck saying there is a whole community around avant-garde anti-fashion with artisanal brands that cost insane amounts of money. Like Carol Christian Poel, MA plus Paul. Yeah, totally. If you know, you
Yeah,
know.
this is
I
if
have
you
no.
know, you
I'm
know.
not in the know.
So yeah, this is
Oh,
what we
no.
need to know. We're not in the know yet.
Now I know.
Something we're actually on the
Now we
outside
know.
of.
We gotta save that comment. Do some research.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's like. I mean, I guess it's like Chrome Hearts, right? I mean, now it's obviously more mass because everybody knows.
Yes,
But maybe in
yeah.
the past, it's truly one of these brands. They will pay for it because nobody knows.
Mm.
They'll pay for it because nobody knows. All right, there's this question. Do you have any experience with Delvaux and the claws?
I
Joseph
think
DeClos.
Joseph DeClos, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't felt either one.
Yeah, I've come across Delvaux bags. They seem quite nice, but yeah, I haven't bought into them myself because I really wanted a Brilliant bag a few years ago, but I never bought one, so I'm not too sure. But Joseph DeClos, I believe that the creator of that brand used to work at Hermes, and he actually designed bags like the Paris Bombay bag, which I really like. So I do like his designs, but they I think you can only order them online if you go to the store in Paris, I believe. So it's very if you know as well. But it's very niche. So
They have really pretty hardware.
yeah, really gorgeous. Yeah, I would like to see a Joseph DeClos bag one day, but I haven't
too.
yet. So yeah.
Have you seen any of these bags, Amy? Delvaux, yes. They used to. We used to have a Nordstrom. Now they closed it. I think was it last 2 years ago, maybe. So they used to have some that are on display. There's a small, tiny section, but I think I remember talking about it also before. Where every time I would pick up one, I'd be like, not my vibe, or something about either the leather being too stiff or the bag being too heavy. Like there's always something. So
Yeah,
there
and
are
they're very
brands like that
expensive.
for me, when I pick it up, I'm like, nah, not my vibe.
Yeah.
Loewe is one of those too. Loewe, I pick it up, I'm like, nah. And then it's like some things I just cannot get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I was going to show this older Amazona. If anybody comes across these, they're amazing, and they kind of look similar to the new 180. This is lambskin suede, and the entire interior is just the soft side of the lambskin suede. It's
so cool.
stunning. Yeah. So when I
Yeah,
first
this
got into-
Amazon, is it called an Amazona?
Amazona, yeah.
Amazona. Yeah, you know, in 10 years ago, they're all over the place, right? You can find them. And now they reissued it, and it's I would not buy it in the new market now. I would go to
I
the
wouldn't
resale.
pay the price. Yeah.
Yeah, I would pick it up for maybe less than half the price because they were not
Yeah.
super popular. But they reissued it, and I think it's like 4,000 to 5,000 Singapore dollars. It's so
this was like $600 on the Real.
Yes.
Speaking of, tomorrow morning I'm going up to Orange County to the Real store where they are holding a bag for me. It's a Bottega older crocodile bag, and I'm going to check it out in person and possibly buy it.
Cool.
And then after that, I'm heading to a mall that has Hermes, Loewe, both like all the brands. And I'm definitely going to check out the Amazona 180 to film. And well, they won't let me film in the store, but I'll take still images and create a video around it.
I have seen the Amazona 180 in real life, and I will say it feels really, really good quality. So I think that's a bag they're really trying to focus on to be like one of those really premium bags in their brand. And it has been selling really well as well. But if you do want to get the look for less, definitely the vintage ones. You can get them for really good prices.
Yes, Sophia sharing that, you can find them really good, often under 1,000. Yeah, they look the same. I mean, they just brought it back, but they got charging.
It's got one
so
handle, the
much.
new one. It's like one handle, and then you wear it in a different way.
Yeah, one hand. Oh yes. One handle, that's
and
right.
It's which is compartment.
Little magnet divider.
It's like one handle, and it has like a compartment, like a hidden compartment, so you can put your stuff in it and wear it open, and then it has the half logo. So it's just a different version. It is. I will say it is really cool, the new one. But
I really am drawn to the new one, but it'll be years before I buy one, unless I source one from Japan randomly and get lucky.
I'm sure you will be able to find one in a few years for a good price. A lot of these for Loewe, the puzzle bag tends to do well on the secondhand market, if like in a neutral color. But most bags, when you go to sell them, you lose quite a bit, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it's good for buying secondhand.
Yeah, I think some of these bags that the moment they are sort of like revived, they get more expensive in the second or like the vintage market. But if you're good, like both of you are good at scouting bags, actually you get such good deals. Like the multicolor is actually one of them. And the denim, the LV denim. I used to have older versions. I sold them for like under $500-$600.
Yes,
Now that I'm looking back in the resale right now, they're like selling for $2,000-$3,000. Like what?
Yeah, they really amped up. Yeah.
That's the hard part about reselling, is not knowing what's going to come down the line in a couple years. Like, oh, they're reissuing it now. It's on fire on the secondhand market. I've sold some things like Coach bags that now, with Gen Z being really excited about them on TikTok, instead of being $50, they are $500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, I had a few of those too. I was like, oh, I should have hold on to them.
But usually when I resell something like a specific style, I won't buy it again. That's I guess my rule for myself is if I decide to part with a certain bag, like a style that I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'm going to let it go, I usually don't buy it back.
Yeah.
So
what I was meaning though is if I had held on to it until the price spiked, I could have gotten a much better price.
Yeah.
Not really rebuying, but just hitting the market at the right time with the sale.
Yeah, true.
I wish I held on to that denim bag. I mean, the denim bag that I had. It was the
you had the Neo Speedy. I remember.
Neo Speedy.
Yeah, nice. That's back in fashion.
It's back in fashion, and it's like 2-3 times the price that I sold it for. Like, oh.
But you would not know that. Like, how come the trapeze never, or like the all the Celine bags? They're like, they're worth like nothing. So it could go either way too, right?
Yeah.
True. Yeah, but LV tends to.
LV, yes, true. LV will be definitely like not as like LV. I want to say LV, Chanel, Hermes. Those three are probably safer to keep longer term. But yeah, like a lot of the Celine bags, they're so well made and they're so gorgeous. They're worth nothing. They're like literally, it's so sad. Like I have
so I'm making a bet that these will come back. This is the all soft, and it's under Phoebe Philo.
Right.
So I bought 2 of them very cheap to nourish with lotion and clean them up and resell them in my shop when people decide they want a cool tote. Obviously, it'll look better with stuff in.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how the item is like branded. Like, for example, with Loewe, the only things that hold value are like the Studio Ghibli collections because they are a collaboration, for example. But with Celine, if you wanted to lean into the Phoebe Philo fans, then that's a way you could market it. Like, this is Phoebe Philo's collection from this year.
Yeah.
Then if you tap into that market, people will pay for it. But if you tap into a broader market who doesn't know anything about Phoebe Philo, then they probably would not see the value in it.
Exactly.
Maybe like Chanel, like this is Carl's era bag, you know, then there will be a big group that would want to get his things because you can never get it again, right? Now it's the new era of Matthew the Z, but not Carl. So like the Carl jackets, the bags that he made, maybe the accessories. I think that would be the next. That would be an area to look out for, lah.
Yeah, of course, like Chanel had so many iconic collections which people do collect. So, but anything that is collectible can have a crazy value if there's not a lot of it on the market. So there are people fighting for it, so they'll try and pay the certain price they can get it. And then, then they will sell it on and they might sell it for more and they might sell it to someone else and sell it for more. And it just keeps being passed around until people lose interest and then it might plummet in value. Like, it's interesting to follow how these things are valued because it's so random sometimes.
It is. And I was like, well, the all soft is still really cheap. It's a Phoebe Philo design. I'll just take a gamble and buy 2 of them that need cleaning up anyway. I mean, the black one's in way better shape than the green and gray one, but it'll make great content as well for when I clean it up on camera and people can see like this colored leather, if the color comes back or not, which it doesn't. So with the black and dark brown leathers, that once you put the moisture back in, those colors revive because that's the color of the leather. But the ones that are, a lighter color underneath with a bright color or a light color on top, that color doesn't come back when you condition it.
I'll put it in after this live. I'll link it there. I think
I'll just Google it. It's just nano
bag.
Yeah, just Google nano bags. I think they're based out of Hong Kong, but they do sell them in the US as well. Mine, I got it from Clara, but you definitely can just Google it. Nano bags, you should find it really easily.
So good.
Please, nano bags, make it waterproof.
And now they even make backpack versions.
I saw that
you can just like
squinch down
into something really small, and then you open it. It's a little backpack. So good for like traveling. I have these all over the house. So every time I open a new, I'm like, oh, there's where my duck is and my bird is. They're so good. Yeah, I think I need to buy a few more because I got new bags. So I can just stuff them inside. All right, I'm just going to scroll up just to make sure we covered everything. Okay, there was a question on my patent bag. Let's just ask this maybe. Do you think it's worth restoring? Hang on.
Have you both seen it?
Yes, I remember this one. It changed color.
It's patent leather.
It kind of looks funky, like in its current color.
Yeah, like I would just wear it as is, except
like a mermaid color.
Yeah.
Then an interesting shade of green.
So, Kat, I have to say, I never saw what it looked like brand new. I think it looks cool like this.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I think you should just wear it as
I mean, it's faded so evenly that...
you have a one of a kind.
It's one of a kind.
It is crazy how drastically it changed.
No. Okay. You see the color?
Now it has some black in it. It used to not have those black lines before.
It's getting even more ombre as it grows older.
It might just go black cat, and then you have a black walk like over top.
Yeah, with a blue
It'll go army
little
green, you mean? So the
blue
original
stitches and-
color of this patent leather, the original. Okay, so meaning what the green was this green.
That's
That's
insane.
blue.
It's
I
like
mean,
dark
yeah,
blue.
the whole bag was this color,
Yeah.
turquoise green.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit here on the patent here, like this part.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken
But
it
look
to
at-
Chanel to ask them if it's like an issue? Like if
I would love to see the face on the essay.
You know
You're like,
what? You know,
problem.
like seriously, like where Kat lives, it's like Cancun. You go
Yeah.
outside,
Super
it's
humid.
like humidity and it's hot and it's all year round. So I'm not surprised
No.
it turns that way. Because like if this bag was in my closet, it would stay the same color for this
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
Because
So
cold.
I almost feel like it's not really Chanel's fault. It's like where you
It's
live,
called
maybe there's just certain
It's one of a
leathers you don't buy.
If
know
you
what I
know,
mean?
you know.
I do think it's really cool. When I saw you show it off in a video before, I was just like, it's so neat though. I know it's not how it was intended to be, but it's kind of
But
neat.
the OCD in me, that would not be
bother you.
acceptable either.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's like I bought it in this color. It should be in this color.
Yeah. I would just use it as is, I reckon. Just
Yeah, by
embrace
this
its
point.
natural beauty.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. You know, I should bring it back to like Chanel one day and say like, hey, you know, this
Yeah,
happened.
just do it. You're like, excuse me.
Maybe don't
You know what
sell the
happened?
patent leather bags in
It's so-
Singapore.
This bag is 201. I got it in 2013.
That's
Yeah.
a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So what, about 13 years ago?
Yes, real
I have to
Chucky,
dig out. I don't know
wabi-sabi.
where the receipt is. I have no idea where the receipt is. But I mean, I don't want to like go to Chanel and they think that I bought it secondhand. No, man, I'm the first hand owner.
Yeah,
I could probably
exactly.
find the
So
receipt
Chuck
for it.
B mentioned wabi sabi, and I've read a book called Living Wabi Sabi, and it's all about accepting things for what they are, their flaws, become their characteristics, and you just love it. And I have that mentality when it comes to buying pre-loved. Some things have lived a life already, and they show signs of wear. And if I can live with it, then I appreciate the individuality of that piece.
Yeah.
No, it's ombreing itself. I mean, at first I thought I wanted to.
That's the green top.
Yeah, so I thought I would, color it black. But
Mhm.
I've heard horror stories, like you said, when you color it and it might, it changes, and it's patent leather, so maybe the coloring will peel. Because honestly, it's just the color, but it does
feels
not
great.
have any. No, it's not
Stickiness.
sticky. It's
That's
nothing.
good.
It's perfect. It
just
feels
leave it
as
then.
if.
Yeah.
It feels like what it was. Maybe a little older, but it doesn't have
I
any
bet you it-
stickiness because I know patent leather over time gets sticky.
Yeah.
It's just the color.
Just funky.
I bet a Gen Z person would love that unique piece.
I
Oh,
know. They're like,
totally.
that's so cool.
Yeah, maybe you
I
can sell
think
it on
it's
the
cool.
TikTok shop.
But but for the price, so I think I bought this. Gosh, how much is a walk right now? What, $5,000?
It's so
More with
expensive now.
tax,
It's-
more like
yeah, it's like
6,000.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I bought this for like maybe one below 2,000 because it was in euros as
Yeah,
well.
that's so good.
Still expensive, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, my iconic bag that it's
So
not a bug.
interesting.
It's not a bug. It's like it's a feature. It's not a bug.
I love it, Sophia.
I'm gonna let the ombre do its thing for a little bit more and be like,
Yeah,
I bought it like that. Like
it
that.
has its own
What if it was
personality. though.
totally black?
One of a kind. One of a kind. Oh my gosh, look at this. For Rolex, moisture damage on dials can mean the price of the watch skyrocket. They're called tropical
What?
dial.
What?
That's
See?
crazy.
What the hell?
The thing,
That is
this
insane.
world is going crazy now.
Oh,
That's
I
so
think a
crazy.
tropical walk there, Kat. So
All right, ladies. Wow, we hit more than the 2 hour mark. So this was so fun. And
Same.
thank you so much to Jessie and Lindsey for staying on for extra time. We hope you enjoyed this, and
loved it.
Yes, I
yeah,
had fun,
please
guys.
come back again. Of course, you're always welcome. We need to have more of these chats. It's diverse, right? Because Amy and I, we just in store, and we'll always be. But we love hearing. Not only hearing, looking. Okay.
Yes.
There is so
Lindsey has
much
the best
eye
eye candy.
candy. So wait, before we just disappear,
Oh.
Lindsey, when
Made
are you
from
going to
vintage
open up your TikTok shop? When are you planning it?
So
what are we looking at? What's the timeline?
Yeah, I just bought a mannequin because I prefer to see bags on a human form instead of just sitting down. And so I should be photographing and listing items for sale on luxleatherrevival.com shortly. I would say in the next month. And I'll also be supplementing the website with videos so you guys get to see the same item in still images, close-ups, and I'll take great macro photos, and I'll give you my leather softness scale for each item. And then you'll also get to see it in a video.
Maybe we should do a live stream, live shop with Lindsey.
I would love to. We could be QVC.
Yeah,
because they always have multiple people to talk to each other.
And we'll do it like, wait, hang on, we'll do it like this. Wait, let me just change the format a bit. Okay, so not me, but Lindsey will be there, and we'll all be at the side going like, ooh.
Yeah, I'll be like,
oh my goodness.
Little Burberry charm.
Oh no, see, and then every time we move around, it'll be like a musical chair, we're all moving everywhere. But yes, definitely, Lindsey, I think that'll be a great time. I will rearrange with you when we'll come back, but that would be so fun. Yeah. All right, ladies. Remember, if you're watching this now live or you're watching after, please do follow Jessie, Lindsey, of course, and of course myself and Amy. And yeah, join us every week. We have another live stream next week. Yeah, look at the calendar because there's so many topics. But we'll see you then.
Bye.
bye.